everyone, we're back in North Yorkshire. So on our last stomp, we were following the Whitby Loftus line up towards Middlesbrough. We went as far as Sands End Tunnel, which you can't get into. What we've done today is we've started at the other end. So you've got Sands End Tunnel, there's a little gap, but it's all overgrown. Then there's Kettleness Tunnel, which is what this one is. And we've come round to the other end, and that's where we're going to start this stomp up to Staithes.
Need to stop me eating like this, and then by the fifth time it's just awkward, isn't it?
Wow, look at that water dripping down. It's cold again, isn't it? Wow. It's a huge difference though, because it is a beautiful day. So when you come out here, you have to climb over the top because I ain't having any of that. But these cows are pretty good at climbing if they've come and deposited their goods all the way up here. So we're going to climb down now, and we're going to try and follow the track bed as best we can until we get to Kettleness station, which is literally just round that corner.
I know what'd get you in there. You know,
A bacon sandwich?
You what?
A bacon sandwich? If there's one of them in there, I'd be in
This
there.
one or the other one, there's an audit that goes out to the coast, a straight audit you can walk to and pop your head out over the
Cliff edge.
This one or the second one.
Phil was just saying, when you get in there, there's a hole or a little tunnel out to the coast. So when they were building that tunnel, they would basically, dig out the spoil, and rather than bring it out here and dispose of it, just chuck it over the cliff.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't be great if you were sat on the beach. Straight away the wind, bosh. But that's why. So it follows round. There's a bridge just round there. But we've just met the landowner and it is private land, so what you're going to have to do is come off and follow the Cleveland way, which just goes around the cliff, and then you come back in at Kettleness station. There you go, look. We've got a skirt around it, unfortunately. Look at that. So there's your station. So this is your gate to get in. But it's private. I think there's a scout thing there or something.
Scout van there.
Yeah, but the line came across through there. And into here, and it's double track passing loop. Yeah, there's loads of kids on the platform, so I'm not filming them. There's obviously another station building here that's long gone, but the actual building itself, it's lovely. There you go, there's another little building there. See, I can film now because you can't see the kids because of that embankment there, but there's your station building. Lovely. We're going to follow it round, and then you can get on the track bed on the other side of that.
Okay, so we're nearly back on the track bed. To recap a little bit, so yesterday we walked from Whitby West Cliff Station. That opened in 1883 and lasted up into the 60s. The rest of the line went in 58, so all this that we're walking today went in 1958. It was opened really by the North Eastern Railway, but if you look, you can see that the Act of Parliament and stuff for this line went to the Whitby, Redcar and Middlesbrough Union Railway. So it was confusing me a little bit because I was seeing sort of things that were kind of contradicting each other. Transpired, this line was built by that Union Railway, but basically they hired two lads called Bodgett and Leggett to build it, so they had to stop building it in around about 1870 because the tunnels didn't meet or something. They were askew.
Both ends when they started engineering didn't meet in the middle properly,
which is the problem. And also the stanchions and stuff for the viaducts and the bridges and everything else was built to such a low standard that it was unsafe, so they had to stop. The contractor went bankrupt. It was an absolute shambles. So then the North Eastern Railway came in 1875 and took over it, redid the tunnels, redid everything, all the infrastructure, and then it opened in 1883. So that explains that kind of bit that was confusing me as to why there was two railway companies. Now we're on the track bed now. It's a little bit windy, it's not as bad as it was. if you look over into the distance, you might be able to see like a tower. Well, there's a couple of towers there, isn't there? And then to the right of it, there's quite a large chimney. The line there is still active, isn't it? It was laid back down in the 1970s?
70s, I think. Yeah, Bowlby mine decided to put the plant there, and they reopened, put the track back down, going down as far as there.
So coming that part is active then, so we can't get on that. So what we're walking now, we're going to follow it round. We've got a couple of stations to see, some remains, and then we will get to Staithes, where, well, we end, don't we?
Just about peters out, yeah, all evidence goes now.
So there's the station. Quite a grand structure, and look what it served. Just like, not even a handful. Well, maybe just about a handful of houses. That down there, if you can hear through the wind, is Runswick Bay. We're following the trackbed here. If you can just make out that little incline there, that hill. That was an ironworks. I'm guessing up there, kind of that looks like, you know, man-made. That was an ironworks, and that incline brought the materials down, bosh straight on the train. I'm assuming these are probably sidings then.
Yeah, look, there's a load. That looks like a loading put, or is it just me?
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
And it's there, look. It's the whole section here, look. It looks like it, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. But they're just rocks as opposed to like a platform, but it does look like that.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be that shape if they were natural, would they? It's too symmetrical.
Yeah, that's true.
It's probably remains of something.
Yeah.
And this side.
So yeah, maybe the track's actually on the top of it.
Yeah, it must have come here. Maybe this is where some kind of shipment was done. But yeah, that looks like that's a siding, isn't it? Coming off, look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes to the end, look. This is, yeah, that's it.
There you
The
go.
incline. So there might have been some machinery taking. There might have been a discharge point from the height of the incline. They might have just dropped them into trucks and then they just position them all in, and then off you go when they're ready. You know.
Yeah. There's a nice little bench there. Look at that. Trains and cows.
So that's claiming something happened between 1883 and 2001. Well, this wasn't doing anything in 2001.
No, I'm guessing they probably just built this in 2001. Maybe that's what it's saying. But there you go. So that's the mine there then.
Yeah, and there's the trucks.
Yeah. Up there.
There's a kiln.
That's a tunnel, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a kiln. Sure. Put it in space there.
So we're in a cutting now. We've lost the sea, the beautiful view of the sea. But it does mean we've got some more railway remains. There you go. There's that Yorkshire look again. You trimming on Blackberries? It does look double, yeah, it looks like a big... It's become a bit of a wind tunnel, which is a bit annoying. Just farm access that, but look at the stonework's amazing. Everything they did to like the highest spec in terms of how it looked. Just amazing. When I say it's built to such high spec, I'm referring to the North Eastern Railway and not the Whitby Redcar Middlesbrough Union Railway. Who probably would have built that out of plasticine, I think. Here we go. It actually looks like a tunnel because it's dark the other side, doesn't it? Yeah, it's just where it's dark because there's tree coverage. We're coming away from the coast now. Let's see if we can make out the coast now. Yeah, just about over there. We're coming inland. Again, massively engineered bridge for what would just be, you know, farm access.
Almost identical to the last one.
Yeah, yeah. Look at the engineering there. How they're cut. Just look great. Here we go, another one. Identical but hiding. So we've been on quite a big embankment and a cutting. There's been a couple of bridges. In a bit, we're going to get to a point where this looks like something. Hang on. No.
It's just some kind of...
Not sure what that's about. There isn't one on the other side, so there you go. Sorry, easily distracted then.
Both sides of it.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. But in a minute, we're going to come to a point where you get to a road and the trail ends, and there's nothing you can do about that. So unfortunately, from then on into Staithes, we're basically going to have to nip off, back on, explore a bit, nip off, back on, because you can't actually walk it. This is carrying on. And it's carried on that side all the way to there. So there's something going on. It's going to be a map job, I reckon, Phil, because...
I have no idea where that's
Camouflage. You wouldn't know, would you?
No.
Well, you would.
You wouldn't notice it.
It could be a tree over kind of coming over the top, couldn't it? But yeah,
What is it like?
clinging to that.
Is it grown out of it?
I bet it's grown out of the bit just to the
Sometimes
left,
grow out,
right
don't
on
they?
it.
Cement and stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's Ivy's clinging to it as well. That's overgrowth, that is, Phil. That.
Yeah, okay. I know that that's true now. Yeah, it's grown out.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Nature don't care, does it? It's just like, I'll have that, bosh. But still, there's some boreholes there. I don't know what that was about.
Strange.
Yeah, this is a weird one. Oh, they fell over. As usual. Massive drop down. Big drop the other side. Bigger actually, jeez. Look at that. Huge drop down there. So I don't know if there was a bridge here, because there'd be no reason for them to take this away, because it's not like they've used you know, to get a road across. But I don't know. One of life's mysteries. Wow, beautiful. Definitely railway related by the look of it. That's the railway structure, isn't it? But not a station, you're saying here?
Be a bridge.
Look at that, we've got some infrastructure. We've been a bit starved for infrastructure for a while. We've kind of been walking aimlessly, really, but yeah, that side's gone, look. See you later.
Single line.
Yeah, back to... it's interesting, because yeah, single line, but some of the bridges, they look like they're double width. Whoa. Look at this bad boy. Jeez.
What am I looking at? Oh, that.
The size of them.
Fancy.
I'd have your arm off. Right, I've just been stung, so, you know, party started. Track bed's just getting less and less, but there you go, you're in now, Phil. Look at that, some right ones there and all.
I have one.
Right, we've reached the end of the line here. Bridge is gone. Let's see if there's any remains of it. Oh. I bet there is, but you can't see them.
Well, the man may watch this.
Here we go. Right. Phil's dad's here in his car, so he's going to give us a lift to the next point, which is very, very kind of him.
He's the Walk Channel's official chauffeur.
Then he just,
For the
yeah,
last few days, isn't he?
yeah, top man. And then we'll join it back when we get towards Staithes. Okay, we're back. This is the road into Hinderwell, but originally the road was up there, and the railway came through. No remains, obviously, because it's all been completely re-landscaped, but came through and went straight through there into the railway station. Annoyingly, there's no remains of that either. You can see there it says Hinderwell Industrial Estate, and if I just nip across the road, that was quick. That's where the station was. Now it's Coast Guard and there's a kids play area, and that's the only clue, unfortunately. Station view, which there actually isn't a view of the station, which is annoying because on this line this is the only one really that's not there. Obviously the other stations, the station buildings at least, have been there, and there's been some remains, but there's nothing here because they've built this estate on top of it. So what we're going to do, we're going to skip round again, annoyingly, like I did say, like we'd have to do that, which is a bit annoying. And then when you get to the outskirts of a place called Staithes, then there are remains and there's a station building and stuff like that. So this is the only disappointing bit, to be fair. We've come round. Hinderwell is that village just there, and there's your track bed going up there. Up. Unfortunately, we can't get up there because barbed wires is sort of, you know, making the point quite clear. This was the original road. You can hear a road now, but that's over the other side there. So this was the original road, and the railway came over the top there and across, but no remains, unfortunately. So again, we're going to have to skirt round and get closer into Staithes again. So there's your embankment there. Nothing that side. And there you have it. There's the clue that we are sort of trying to follow a railway line, but it's been quite difficult actually. for this little while because so much private land and stuff. But that's clear as day. Beyond there, it goes into Staithes station, so I'm going to have to walk around and go and find that. Okay, so we're in the village of Staithes now. It's hella busy. So I've come up round towards the railway station, but it's all private and there's you know, CCTV and stuff, so I'm going to keep a distance. There, that's the station building there. Staithes station. There's some kind of engine shed in the background there. The tracks came over here with a giant viaduct. And if you can just see in the distance, you can just make out that stanchion's still there. That's where we're heading now. So we're going to walk down and up. When you look at old photos of it, it's like an old Wild West jobby. You know, like from one of those John Wayne films, where they're on these big, huge, like wooden trellis bridges and stuff. It's just like that. But as you can see, that's the end of the line. It goes off, or it went off rather, there to where that factory was, or that mine was that we pointed at earlier, right at the beginning, and then it becomes a railway again. So that's that. That's the final bridge then. So if you see in the distance there, that Staithes station came over on that big viaduct and joined here. There's a tiny little bit of the embankment left, you see, and then that's that. That's the end. As always, thanks very much for watching. So did it over 2 videos. Started off in Whitby up to Sands End's tunnel and then on today to Staithes, and that's the end of it. But it's been a fun walk, mate.
Yeah, it's been a very how shall I put it, picturesque compared to the kind of
the old collieries that we try and hunt for in Derbyshire. Yeah, exactly. But like I say, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.